Hello, I'm happy you're here. Welcome back to my book channel. I meant to spend a bit more time this year actually making book content. I've just not been good at making that happen. I have been really bad at making that happen. Let's say that instead, because we are now at the end of March. I think I just finished 28 books 2 days ago. So we have a lot to catch up on, but that's for a different day because that's gonna take more time than we have right now. However, I did just have my birthday, and for my birthday, I took myself to Bull Moose, which is a new and used records, movies, and books store. So this is a main store, and they think they have one New Hampshire location. And I love it in there. I love the vibe in there. I would love to take some time this year and go to all of the different Bull Mooses around Maine and the one in New Hampshire. And I don't know, maybe make a little video diary about visiting each one. I got myself a few books. There are some from the clearance section, I got myself a brand new hardback, which I don't usually do. I usually wait for the hardbacks to come in secondhand because they're a lot less expensive, but I can't wait to show you the books I grabbed. This was me going in without a plan and just letting myself spend money on books. Like, this is my present for my birthday. Just enjoy it. I think I'm going to start with the cheapest book and then work our way up to the new release hardback I got. So the least expensive book I got was a pre-owned softcover copy of Sour Candy by Kaylin Patrick Burke, and it was for $2. And I was like, I can't beat that. It's also just a small little horror book. I started reading the first chapter because I picked it up and I was like, I know I've seen this just in and around the internet through Storygraph. I think someone I am friends with on Storygraph just finished this within the last couple of months. So I was like, I recognize this cover. Let me take a look at what this is about. And I read the first couple pages and I was like, I can't just stand here reading this book. Like, you clearly want to read more. So get it. It's $2. It's okay. So that's book number one. And I'm looking forward to it. I would love to get into more horror this year. And you'll see I've got another horror book as well. I'm excited for that. Our next book is a pre-owned hardcover copy of Watermoon, which my understanding is a fantasy book. I'm not sure. Hi. What? I don't know a lot about this book at all, but I got it for $3. It was $2.97 and it's hardcover. I found in the section where it was categorized with the, hey, this copy was on the clearance rack. When I saw the paperback copies of this with the rest of the books, they were like $14, and I was like, I'm getting an absolute steal. It's okay to me that the cover is a little bit ripped there. The rest of the book is in gorgeous condition. I don't know, I just have seen this pop up around the internet. It says, a woman inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets and then embark on a magical journey when a charming young physicist wanders into the shop in this dreamlike and enchanting fantasy novel. And it's set in Tokyo, and I feel like I'm getting ready to get back into my fantasy era, so I grabbed that because it was $3. I wasn't gonna leave that behind, so there's that. This, what are these called? They don't make these anymore. They stopped making these. The what are these called? Mass Market, that's what they're called. This is a re-release of a like space opera fantasy universe. That this book was first published in 1988, and they are going through and they are re-releasing all of these books with these new covers since, I don't know, when was this one? Yeah. So this was re-released in 2018, and I already have like the 7th book, and I was thinking I want to go back in time and read these. Just like space opera situation, and I want to, now that they don't make mass markets anymore, get like a feel for mass markets and like actually engage with them now. I guess it's like you don't know what you've got till it's gone. But this was $3.97 and it was pre-owned And even though it's pre-owned, like it doesn't have a lot of like the cracking down the side like you see a lot with the mass markets, because obviously because the words are so far in there, you have to really crack that spine to get in and see what's going on. So bought myself that. And then I bought the soft cover copy of Paradise Logic by Sophie Kemp for $11.97. I was introduced to this book on YouTube through a booktuber, and they couldn't explain this book, but they loved this book. It's like weird, wacky, and just very poignant, I think. A hilarious, surreal, and devastating journey into the mind of Reality Khan, a young woman on the quest to be the greatest girlfriend of all time. So I think we're following the main character who is trying to form herself into the idyllic girlfriend. I think there's going to be some like social commentary on society and how we as a culture kind of warp the thinking of especially young women. I don't know. They were not able to describe this book, but the cover alone, the fact that stuff is in Comic Sans, I'm like, I need to know what's going on in this. I need to find out. And then finally, the book that caught my eye when I went into Bull Moose a couple weeks ago, it is a new hardcover release of a horror book called I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200 by Robert Brockway. And this cover, first of all, love this. This is the like new release. It's got sprayed edges. I'm not like a big sprayed edges fan, but the bright yellow cover, whatever's going on here. This was $20.97. So the synopsis for this is so interesting. So we have someone who lost an imaginary friend, and now he's in his 40s and he's cursed with the ability to see everybody else's imaginary friends. So he basically gets hired out to kill the imaginary friends of the adults that won't let go of their imaginary friend. I am so thrilled to see what weirdness is in here. Like how, why, what's the world, what's gonna happen? I don't know. My dog is barking. He wants to come in. I'm so excited to get to this book. So excited. This one, I think I'm so intrigued. I think these two are my top two for the 5 books I got that I just really want to dig into. So eventually when I actually get my stuff together and make more content, I'll tell you about these books. All right, the dog's driving me nuts. He's probably just barking at our other dog because she doesn't want to play with him, but that's gonna be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.